the show like a criminal. One shot.
Boom, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. It's been a while. Hopefully this marks my comeback on YouTube channel. I've been streaming here and there every now and then, but I've been lacking when it comes to content. So hopefully this will mark you know, the new beginning pretty much. Now for today's video I'm gonna be talking about myself more or less. It's not necessarily me personally, but the game plan that I've been using. So I've had the last 2 days I've had an overhaul on my game plan. So the reason that happened is I found out the higher I went, the more my style just didn't cut it, man. Obviously I'll have my games here and there, but generally speaking it will work until it stops, right? So the reason why I say it will work until it stops, because my style is super aggressive, right? Like I'm 100% on the aggression style. I'm never gonna stop my aggression. In my head I thought I'm gonna mental stack my opponent into submission, but you know, the higher you go, the more mentally prepared people are. So I found it pretty hard to do my shenanigans on them. So that pretty much meant that I have to do like an overhaul on my style. So what I've been doing in the past is something like this. So if I was playing, I'll immediately start fishing for like offensive plays. So something along the lines of me going for something like this, right? I get a hit, I continue, or if they block it, you know, I would go for like shenanigans, like boom, so grab. Or one other thing that I like to do is pretty much try to fish for like the counter hit here and get this combo, right? So I will try to get it as much as possible if it happens. One thing I like to do is also I'm heavy on dive kicks. I like to dive kick a lot, so that's one other thing that I'm trying. Like obviously it's scammy, so you are going to dive kick, but I found myself when I'm reviewing my footage, like I'll go for dive kick into another dive kick into another dive kick into another dive kick. So like that's unacceptable at some point, right? So one other thing that I like to do is pretty much go for the heavy punch shenanigans. I'll try to hit confirm it this way, right? So I'll hit confirm when I can, but most likely since they're going to block, right? If they block like that, so if obviously she's getting hit, so if they block, I'll go for some shenanigans like this. So I'm never gonna, you know, I'm trying my best not to go back to neutral. So that's the style here. And as I said, so the higher level I go, the more prepared people and the more ready they are. And when I say the more ready they are is once they get hit by this stuff once or twice, they understand that I'm going to be on the offense all day every day. So they pretty much neglect neutral. So they go like, okay, this guy is never gonna play neutral with me. I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and the moment he makes a mistake, I'm gonna punish him for it. And I've noticed that I lose pretty much 80 to 90% of my games because of my mistakes. And it's not like they are doing anything special, it's just that I'm pushing way too hard. So what I'm pretty much going to change right now is I'm gonna keep my style, right? I'm gonna keep my old style where I'm going like super aggressive. However, that being said, I'm gonna just do a slight, you know, adjustment where so obviously for now I'm gonna do the change right away. So I'm not gonna use my old style for the next month or so. I'm just gonna stick to my to this new style so I can develop it much better, right? So at this point I'm fine losing in ranked. Like I'm not gonna even bother. I can go back to even like 1400s. I don't care, right? So at this point I'm just concerned about developing this brand new tactic, which is going to be 70%, you know, neutral and 30% offense. So I'm just gonna keep, you know, the old, you know, at this point I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna try and do less of this, right? And I'm gonna incorporate a lot of drive rushes now, raw drive rushes. But the main thing is I'm just gonna try and sit back, relax, and wait for buttons. So I'm gonna go for a whiff punish based tactic. Obviously they have to be buttonsy for that to work. If they're not, then I'm just gonna go back to, you know, my own thing, and I'm just gonna try and fish for stuff like this. Obviously I'm gonna try and bait stuff, right? Or I'm just gonna try and do like the whole walk up throw, see if that works for me or not. And that's going to be like the main idea here. Again, I still don't have any confirmed planned yet. I'm gonna be doing a lot of like I'm gonna try and work on my DP also, stopping drive rushes, trying and intercept people's offense. Poking is gonna be big in this plan, so I'm gonna be using a lot of pokes. I'm gonna be trying to interrupt people that wanna be aggressively coming into my range, so I'm gonna be using this a lot. Obviously, if my opponent thinks that I'm gonna be using a lot of pokes, I'm gonna stop and try and, you know, fake those pokes, and hopefully he tries to whiff punish me with tries and whiff punish me, but the poke is not gonna come out. So I'm gonna bait like something like boom, he presses, I gonna whiff punish. So for now, that's the overall idea. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan right now. Obviously, if I'm successful with it, I'm gonna share my what I learned, and yeah, I'm gonna leave you to some ranked games, and boom. Alright people, so I'm just gonna commentate behind the gameplay here, and as we can see, like at this point I'm still on the aggression, right? Even though I've said I'm gonna change my style, it's just the moment I start playing, like see I'm doing random DIs, I'm just way too aggressive, so I'm being punished for it. There you go again. Pressing buttons where I shouldn't, moving forward when I shouldn't. I'm 100%, you know, deserve the loss here. So second round goes in again. I'm moving in. I'm way too aggressive. I don't give myself nor my opponent time to like relax. And so again, see, I move forward, I get punished. I don't block, I get punished. Still the same. I'm gonna do this. See, I'm moving forward, I get punished again. And so at this point I'm like, man, all right, level 3 into dead again. See, like this is the second match. Like I'm winning here, but you see that I'm still being aggressive, right? And it's not in a good way. Like again, like watch this. Bad idea. Okay, setup, get gimmick. Look, boom, again, bad idea. I should have reset to neutral. Bad dive kick. Way too aggressive. And see, at this point in time, like I won the round, but at this point I'm like, boom. See the change? Like I've waited for him to press a button and I whiff punished. I waited and I whiff punished. The same thing. I waited for him to make a mistake and I punished. Like at this point, this guy has no idea how to play against me right now. Again, I'm waiting, not doing much. Well, I'm gonna try and back up. Again, I'm not doing anything stupid. I'm just blocking, and boom, I found my opening and I punish. Here, this is normal. Oh, I remember that. Damn. Drive impact. He gets the stun. Boom, boom. Da-da-da. Into Rhino Horn. Overhead. No, sir. I catch him backing up. Setup. Boom, boom. Into setup. Ooh, yeah. Here I'm gonna do it again, because I was like, there's no way he can react. Level 1 for the kill. And watch what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna wait for him to whiff, and boom. Like this is how I supposed to play every game. Alright, no problem. just let him do his stuff. He's gonna do that again, I believe. It's not safe. I can just DI it. Boom. And watch the setup here. Boom, that into this. Boom, boom, boom. I actually could have gotten the target combo, but hey, that's what I call reactions, baby. All right, so that's overall, and boom.